on Divorce Court today. After only 4 months of marriage, Antoine was ready to call it quits, but a move across country kept them together. Now, Kayla wants out because Antoine's drive has drifted away, while he thinks she avoids her wifely duties. Kayla Anderson and Antoine Anderson have brought their dispute for Judge Lynn Toler to resolve. Testimony in Divorce Court starts now.
Yeah, I missed the old style of, Divorce Court. Of course, she doesn't do this anymore, so it's kind of interesting to, watch this in 2025. A show from the past that we used to watch on live TV, Very interesting. Hey, how you guys doing? Welcome back to Ajax Production. I am your host, the Ajax, and we are back with another amazing episode. On this episode of the Ajax Show, we're gonna be doing something a little bit more fun. Okay, so today is Saturday. I just got off work, got some food. I got taco al go-go, some quesadilla. Stuff is looking delicious and I'm killing it right now. So while I'm eating and drinking some margaritas, I'm gonna shout out to taco al go-go for supplying the food. We're gonna be watching some Divorce Court. I don't know what's been going on with me lately. I've just been watching Divorce Court on Facebook and other shows like Steve Harvey's show, like Karamo show. I just been binge watching them on Facebook. But then I thought about it, it would be cool to bring this up to y'all and see if this is a content that you guys might be interested in. I do like Divorce Court. I used to watch it back in the day. And we can watch other court shows as well. Like I said, with this channel, I'm trying to mix it up. I'm trying to have as much fun as possible. I'm not trying to be all, hard and harsh and just be all motivational all the time. Sometimes you just want to have fun and just watch some shows. So come watch TV with me type stuff. This is what it is. Come watch TV with me. This is part of Ajax Pro TV network. And we are here with it. So let's get into it. Today we have a Divorce Court episode where he says he wants Nightlife, she wants bed by 8. So this is a case of not being equally yoked. Obviously, they want two different things out of life, and that can be a big problem. That could be a very, very big problem. But yeah, let's enjoy this.
Ms. Anderson, the two of you have a 16-month-old and you've also been married for 10 months. You first filed for divorce 4 months into the marriage. And we are here today because you two simply decided that you can't make it. Mrs. Anderson, you want $2,625 in transitional support. We will talk about that momentarily, but I will start with you, Ms. Anderson. How come you're in divorce court so soon after you?
Yeah, 4 months is too early. What's going on? They didn't even let it take its course. She looks decent. She's nicely shaped and everything. She look good. Pink dress is fire. Yeah, nice short hair. I like that. Let's keep on.
It's simple. I just don't trust him anymore. About 6 months ago, I was suspicious of some activity that he was doing, and I went through his cellular device and discovered a lot more than I probably should have as far as writing other females on.
What kind of things was he writing? What was he saying?
He was talking to these girls as far as like trying to get to know them, trying to meet up with them, saying that he was single and they can meet up after work, and this had been going on for 2 years.
Mr. Anderson, is that accurate? None of that ever happened.
Some of it has happened, yes, but I need to know now. I was just simply bored.
You were bored?
Yes, ma'am.
There's a lot of good books out there you could read.
I know.
You didn't say he was bored?
Information in them and everything, and some of them will make you cry, some will make you laugh, they'll all make you smarter. Ms. Anderson, have you ever actually caught him doing anything wrong, or is it just a little bit of an e-cheat every once in a while?
It's an e-cheat. I haven't physically caught him. I suspected that he was doing things just because we haven't been as sexually involved as we used to be. I mean, that contributes to me working full time. I was in school full time, and we had a son.
Right.
So I really kind of put our relationship on the back burner. But I didn't expect him to talk to other females just because of it.
That's a very good point, Mr. Anderson. You do say in your papers that you were doing that sort of stuff because as a bit of a revenge for her not really paying any kind of attention to you. Explain what she was failing to do as a wife for you.
She just wouldn't talk to me. We'd be in the same bedroom and she just sit there on her phone nonstop. It's us, me, her, my son in the bed. She wouldn't talk to me. I caught her on the phone with a guy and I asked her, what are you talking to another dude for? She said, I'm trying to get to know him. Mind you, she on the phone.
Did you really?
I mean, I wasn't really trying to get to know him.
What do you mean? What do you, well, you see, stuff like this. It's stuff like this. See, she be acting innocent. She was acting innocent, like it wasn't gonna be a problem. She was acting innocent, like it wasn't gonna be a problem. And then he brings it up like, hey, yo, you didn't mention the fact that you did so. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. That's why I wanted to react to this. So I knew I would feel like this. This is crap. It's horrible.
Girl, why would you tell him that?
I can't think of a better excuse. He caught me off guard. I didn't think that he was actually checking my phone record while I was on the phone.
Well, what's the need? You got a whole big man right next to you. You got a kid you made with this whole big man. What do you need with getting to know some other guy? What value does that?
It just sounds like they probably lost the spark of attraction towards each other. You know what I mean? That honeymoon phase is down. They already have a kid. Life is already kind of dragged. It's hard. You know what I mean? I'm still trying to see if they like each other for real, like, but let's see.
He wasn't talking to me, so I figured I'd talk with somebody else.
We're in such deep trouble here, people. And it's like, you can't stop technology. I get that. I don't want to stop technology. I'm not old school back in the day, this, that, and the other thing. Well, I am a little bit, but...
Man, you old school as hell.
What I'm trying to say to you is this. The ease with which the internet allows this stuff needs to be recognized and dealt with on a meaningful level when you get married. You two have to sit down and talk. I'm not going to be this anymore. I'm not going to be that anymore. And I'm not going to be the other thing anymore. Because it's a slippery slope and you're just going to destroy your marriage.
I would say that she is right, though. Back in the day, it was way more easier to, you know, be in a relationship and not worry about all this internet stuff. You see what I mean? I first feel like it's way more easier. It was made more easier, or way more easier to hide it. You know what I mean? Because you never know somebody. You know what I mean? Because now you don't have all the technology to like find the person. So like once in a while they just disappear out of nowhere, and it's like, you know, the way they disappears, planned disappearance, strategic disappearance. You know what I mean? Just go out of nowhere. Pew, by the time they know they're back. Pew, by the time they, you know what I mean? But nobody knows who they are, where they are, because it's easier to hide around at that time. But then again, you know what I mean? Quite stuff for that. But from her experience, you know, I guess noticing her age and stuff, you know, back in the day, it seemed like most people were willing to like work together, and there wasn't any internet shit interrupting their relationship. Now we have a lot of technology stuff. There's hidden spots in the technology stuff. Like people have places where you can hide shit. You can have an app where you hide stuff. I put a code to it. What? That's crazy work.
You understand what I'm trying to tell you? All right, I'm through preaching.
Are you looking to establish your business using an address other than your home? Wish you had a professional business.
What is your primary complaint with Ms. Anderson?
No attention, and I'm still young, and my sex drive is high still. And I'm 23, 24, she's 24, but she act like she's 40. No disrespect to, you know, but she act like she's a lot older than what she is, and I like to go out and do things, and she go to bed by 8 o'clock, even on weekends.
You want to go out and have fun, you want to have more sex, you want to enjoy yourself, and she's coming up middle-aged on you at 24. Ms. Anderson, what is your response to that allegation? Is there some truth to it?
Yes, but like I said, I was in school, I was working, I had a son, and we didn't have a sitter, so I was always at home with our son so that he could go out and be a 24-year-old and do those. I just prioritize our family and school over parties.
Who's the primary breadwinner in the family?
It was 50-50.
It is 50-50?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And you're going to school.
I graduated.
You graduated. Who primarily takes care of the child?
Mm-hmm. I mean, we both do.
We both take care of the child. Who does all the cooking and the cleaning and all of that?
I do.
Yeah, okay. So you see why she's got less time to play than you do?
Yeah.
Thank you. That's all I'm
you get that part?
Yeah.
You know, if you want to go out more, you get in there, dishes get done in half the time. You know, she's half as tired. Right?
Nah, she ain't wrong.
It's not rocket science.
Right.
You moved from Kentucky to California. Tell me why.
Well, I'm from here, but I went out there just to get away. But in the scenery I didn't like. Moved to Kentucky, went to school, and I met her. And I wanted to come back home for what I wanted my family to know my son. So we moved back.
Were you on board for the move? Did you discuss it, or you were just like, wow, I gotta go?
No, at first, I definitely was apprehensive to it. I didn't want to move here. When we visited here last year, I was like, absolutely not moving to LA. Hated the place. I thought it was nice to visit, but I definitely didn't
want to
live here. But after considering what my family wasn't necessarily doing for my son or for me just emotionally, I felt like it would be beder because his family was there for us more as much as they could.
More supportive than your family.
Right.
So you think it was a good move all in all?
I think it was fantastic. It was probably the best thing for us.
Next is the memory of an old boyfriend driving Kayla away from Antoine.
Not that far. That's why I was diabolical.
If the ink on your marriage license is barely dry, but you're ready to call it quits, call toll-free at 1-877-311.
Number doesn't work anymore, guys.
Or visit our website at divorcecourt.com. Become a fan at facebook.com/divorcecourt. Real life, real relationships, real solutions. Divorce Court continues.
Mr. and Mrs. Anderson, I'm going to say, I don't understand. You are two attractive, intelligent people. You've gone to school. You've got a job. Why, after 4 months, were you filing for divorce? I just don't understand what went wrong, because you certainly don't exhibit it here today.
Well, when I first met her, she had a guy that she was talking to, and I guess he moved, and we met, but she told me she couldn't get over him, and that was 3 years ago. And when we got married, I seen her phone, and she was talking to the guy and told him, I hate that ring being on your finger. So that was
Ms. Anderson, are you talking to that guy?
I'm not talking to him anymore now.
But you were talking to him after you got married, correct?
Yeah.
Had that guy not moved, would you have picked him?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't answer that.
And you think that's what he's feeling over there?
Yes, I know.
You know, talking to the guy isn't helping this, right?
Right. Which is why I stopped talking to him.
Is that it?
And she wondered why I'm insecure with it. She goes, you're so insecure on original beat. Well, I do. I always been insecure. You're talking to this guy constantly. I say,
But has she stopped?
I don't think she has.
Have you seen any evidence of it? I mean,
A month ago, yes.
a month ago? Were you talking to him a month ago?
No. Oh, wow.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You know, Ms. Anderson, this man married you. You have his child. You have a commitment to make an effort to make this relationship work.
She don't like him.
Around like you're 12 or something and talking to this little guy that you have a crush on or whatever it is not conducive to a strong structure. And that's doing damage to your little girl or boy.
She don't like him.
Little boy, don't do that. Show up a woman. Don't show up a little girl.
Yeah.
It is a woman's business. And when you make a choice to marry somebody, you have to honor that choice, and you have to honor him enough not to be playing like you just going steady. And, you know, you going to go off with this cat at summer camp or something. I read from your papers.
I have 3 businesses that are selling on Shopify. Once I figured out,
I didn't think I was going to. I'm going to say,
So excuse me.
you say, I think it's a wife's job to keep her husband happy. She's supposed to be cooking and clean. We are currently living with my family, but she needs to be cooking and cleaning and doing the laundry. I'm a big guy. I still think it's her wifely duties. And you also acknowledge you were unemployed.
Yes, I was.
Okay. So why don't you explain to me how you feel she has failed when in fact you were not doing your job? If you want the traditional male-female roles, you weren't pulling your weight. Why were you so focused on the weight she wasn't doing?
I have nothing to say to that. That's true.
You just wrong.
I was.
You just wrong.
That. I feel like I do put too much pressure on her, but when we had our own place, she picked and chose when she wanted to cook, when she wanted to clean. So I just felt like it should be.
Was she working?
Yes, we both were.
I've always had a job, you know.
Well, why did you pick and choose to clean a little bit? I mean, since you were both doing the traditional male thing of bringing in the money, why does 100% of the traditional female role rest on her?
I guess that was how I was raised. When the women always do the housely duties and I do the labor work.
But she's doing the labor work. See what I'm saying? So if it wasn't, that's just, you can't be a traditional dude only when it inures to your benefit. You got to be a traditional dude all the way.
Okay.
So if you holding down the money 100%, she holds down the house 100%. If she's doing 50% of the money, pick up a mop, brother.
Right.
When Divorce Court continues, does Antoine's recent increase in size have anything to do with Kayla's decision to leave?
Do you think moving?
So, what do I think about this so far? I don't think she likes him because I think she feels like he isn't the guy that she initially wanted, but end up, with, and then happening to have a child with and get married to. She's very much still interested in the other guy for some odd reason. I mean, I don't know who the guy is and how he looks, so we gotta look into that as well. But yeah. Very interesting.
The California drove a wedge between Kayla and Antoine. Call 1-800-282-1991 to vote now and see if America agrees with your opinion. You'll also receive some valuable offers. Call now.
If you would like your case heard,
Judge Zitona is so pretty. I always thought she was pretty. Very pretty woman.
Divorce Court, call us toll free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com and join the conversation on Twitter at Divorce Court. Divorce Court continues.
Mrs. Anderson, you say you find him less than appealing than he used to be because he's despite the fact that you don't cook, gained a fair amount of weight.
Well, after we had our son, females usually like to lose weight. They like to get back to normal size. I'm a small female, so I definitely wanted to shed my pounds. And it seemed like everything I was shedding, he didn't mind putting on. And I noticed that, guys gain weight after they have a child, but I didn't think it was, fair.
Guys gain weight after you have a child? I didn't know that.
I noticed that they do. And he just seemed to put on extra pounds. I mean, he was a big dude when we met, but he just seemed to put on a little extra more. And it was like, I wasn't attracted to him the same.
Told you.
Yeah, but we're still young. And I don't feel like he should.
Yeah.
You can't tell that she's still young. Why? Because she acts like an old lady?
Yes.
I still look young. That's all that matters.
You know, you two, why did you get married to begin with?
Yeah.
What were you thinking?
What was the
at
purpose
the
of
time
this?
you said, Kayla, will you marry me?
That she was the love of my life. When I met her, she changed me. I was going to school and I didn't have my family give me anything as far as from my dormitory, anything. And she's the only one who was there. Gave me everything from my room. When I left school, I lived with her. If not, I would have been homeless. She took me in. I take all into consideration. And then by her having my child, the respect level grew a lot. And she's my best friend. I was also told to marry your best friend, and that's her right there.
And in 4 months, she went from being your best friend and the mother of your child to a woman that you wanted to kick to the curb. Get me there.
I can.
Okay, you get me there.
Well, when we first met, he was in school, he was working. And then when we had our son, he decided that he was going to stop going to school, which was understandable because I was...
I knew it. So he didn't finish up school. And she finished up school. The dynamic is changed automatically. She's not going to automatically, psychologically feel like she's better than him. Not her fault. Not his fault. It's a life thing. Right? Because she's going to now keep climbing up in life. And then she's going to feel like he's not climbing up in life. Psychologically. And then she's going to despise him. And I want to fuck him. And her not wanting to fuck him, he's going to go fuck somebody else. And then now she accuses him of cheating. And then she cheats too. They hurt each other. Let's keep going.
To finishing my degree than he was. So he took that sacrifice for the family. But time has passed. I graduated. When we moved out here, he said, I'm going to go back to school. Well, this was a few months ago, and it was so simple as to go get his transcripts and, transfer schools. Well, he didn't. And he hasn't been working. He wasn't working 2 months before we moved out here. It took him 2 months to get a job out here, which I understand it's harder, but he wasn't even trying. So you're putting all the pressure on me, and it's like, I already have a son to take care of. I'm not going to take care of you too.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you're grown. You need to take care of us. Mm-hmm.
Son, you fuck it up, bro. You look like an Oompa Loompa, bro. You're just getting big and fat. You know what I mean? You're just getting big and fat. And you're not doing nothing. Useless piece of on me. All you want to do is go out and go fucking go out and go do what? Go out and go do what? You're a child. What are you talking about? She's old and restricted. Look at me. You are a father. I just want you a husband. Ain't no more going out for you. Like, going out has been retired for you forever. Type shit. Until you fuck forever. Ever in your life talk about you want to go out to do what? Go out to do what? You ever paid your bills? You done. What the fuck, bro? Act like we just have our priorities off completely over here in this situation over here. We just have our priority off. Man's worrying about going out. I don't even know if he's going out to go sleep with women or not. He's just going out, right? Man's just like a Oompa Loompa, bro. I'm just looking at you and I'm disappointed. And leaning to the side and shit. Looking like a whole horse. Let's keep going, bro.
And I felt like if he was going to keep putting all that pressure on me, I needed to leave.
I'm putting all that weight on your ass too, goddamn.
They were somebody who I need to take care of when I already have to take care of my son. We have a child, and you're not prioritizing him or me. You're just like, hey, I'm just going to be chilling. Hopefully you got it, and that's it.
Bang. That's fucked up.
Your relationship looked like that?
I guess I had a young mindset, and I'd rather be in the streets with my friends than take care of responsibilities.
Right. And is that why you filed for divorce? Because all the things you said is a good reason for you to file.
Mm-hmm.
But you filed.
He got tired of me going after it. I kept putting pressure on him, and he got sick of it.
I was tired of it, and I don't like feeling like I'm belittled. She feel like she belittles me. I did this. I have a degree. I did this in my life. And it's like, my life and your life is totally different. So you can't compare my life to your
But
life.
Your
It was
Honor,
raised differently.
he makes excuses. I just said that the last year was the hardest because our son is just now 16 months. He was needing more care than he does now, and it was the hardest year of school, obviously.
You know, the funny thing about this, her graduating from university and him not graduating from university, I know people think it's not a big deal, but like I said, psychologically it is, right? So me and my ex-girlfriend, right, we had this similar situation like this. She graduated before I did, but I had to make sure I finished up because I wasn't gonna not finish up. But we did break up in a mix of me trying to go figure out my own situation, right? At first I regretted it. I was kind of like, you know, like, why would you leave me at this time? You know, I'm trying to get myself together so I can do this for us. But I felt like if I kept on in that direction, I would never ever got it for myself. So I had to let go and feel the pain of letting go so that I can go figure it out for myself as well. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's what needs to happen here as well in this situation. He has to separate himself from her so that he can figure out what he wants for his life. Either it is to finish up school, to figure out what he wants to do for work, making money, stuff like that. But the ultimate problem they have right now is that they have a child. So that's like a little more of a dilemma in the situation. And I feel like that is a big one, man. That's going to be a tough one because now you're stuck with her for life. And now you're trying to separate yourself from your family that needs you right now. So it's like you separate, and what are you gonna end up doing? Crash out shit still? Buckety, brother. Me fuckety.
It's your heart. Let me say this, guys. You know, you were feeling belittled because you were doing so little.
That's why I love this woman, Georgia Latoya, by she coming through with the elbows got down. She said bars to bars to bars. She said the reason you're feeling belittled is because you're doing little. Are you feeling guilty for doing little because you are doing little? You're with the at a young age, you haven't even figured out yourself. You gotta figure out yourself first. You know what I mean? It's like we young men, we want to just shack ourselves under the armpit of a beautiful woman, thinking that that's the solution to our problems. But it's not. Yes, initially she helped you with stuff. She helped you get on your feet. She helped you with all that stuff. But eventually, she's gonna outgrow you if you stay in that situation. So you gotta step out to grow so that you can grow for yourself, she can grow for herself, then you can come back together if that is what y'all want to do. But for right now, man, y'all need to stay separated. Alright.
Reason than that. And whenever she came at you with anything in the back of your mind, you knew you were showing up weak, so it made you feel even worse. He was taking care of his business, and that goes out. He doesn't have a degree, but he's out there making large chunks of change or whatever. He doesn't care whether or not his wife has a degree. And he's holding down the fort. He's the man. So that was you.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
Miss Lintola, bro.
Judge Rintoler's ruling next.
It's time for you to call 1-800-282-1991 to answer today's question. You'll receive some valuable offers. Call now.
Divorce Court. Judge Rintoler's ruling right now.
If you want to pursue this matter in another court, you may do so, but I'm not going to give you anything at all today. And let me tell you why. I think you're two reasonable people. I think you two people were just too young to have a baby, too young to be married, and you didn't know how to act, and you didn't know what to do. You showed up a boy when you should have showed up a man, but you can see it now. You don't believe in it anymore. You see where you're wrong. You're two good people with a 16-month-old. You have a job now, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're out of school, right? And you got family here who are supportive of you, correct?
Yes.
People like you ought not get divorced. People like you ought to stay together and fight through whatever it is. You know where you went wrong, right?
Yeah.
So when you leave here today, what are you going to do differently?
Be a man.
No, that's too vague.
That's vague, man. You can't say that stupid shit like, man. What does that mean, nigga? What are you gonna do, nigga? What are you gonna do, nigga? Can't be like, oh, be a man. What the fuck does that mean? What does that mean? Man, you got a family, man. Now everything is dropped. Nothing else matters but making sure that you girl, and the baby is fucking good. Nothing else matters. Fuck all your friends. Fuck going out. Get all that shit. Fuck the video games. It's now your family now. It's you and your fam. Fuck, some people don't know. You gotta take life seriously, man. It's all jokes and fun and games until you realize that shit can hit the fan. And shit has hit the fan for him so far. And I don't feel like a divorce is necessary, man. Honestly, I feel like Judge Lintola is right in this situation. I thought she was kind of off a little bit, but no. I think she's right. I think they still have something in them, because honestly, if me and my ex did have a child with us, right at that time, we would have most likely stayed with each other for the child, of course, even though that's not the best decision if you don't like each other anymore. But I don't think we didn't like each other anymore. We were just in two different spaces in our lives. I didn't have much money, and I don't know what she was looking for, but she was looking for something more than what I was offering at the time. So I get it. And I'm happy we didn't have any kids, because that would have made it more complicated to move on. But yes, it was hard initially to move on, but I ended up getting over it. Alright. But in this situation, they do have a kid, so I do suggest they stay together. And I do feel like he has, like he said, he's willing to grow up, go the fuck up, and finish up with his degree. I feel like you should get a job, finish up with his degree, and show effort. Like, she's willing to stay with you. She didn't file the divorce, so I don't think there's any problem here. You're just being childish, and she needs to see that you have skipped the childish phase and you've gone into your man bag. Go get that money, go get that degree, and go step up your psychology with your woman. She likes you, bro. Like, at first I said she didn't like you, but she might like you, bro. Because if not, man, I was gonna left your age. Yeah.
Now to hold my weight.
You're gonna hold your weight up. You're gonna work, right? And you're gonna bring your money home. And you're not gonna run around with the fellas when she needs you support. Now, you can't keep him captive. You can't handcuff him. No, I'm just warning you. But you gotta let him have some fun. And actually, quiet as it kept, you gotta be some fun too. And I know that you're a mother, and I know that you're tired, but you need to, rest up, get her a babysitter or something, have one of your relatives come over and take her on a night out. But you have to invest in your marriage. And in order to invest in your marriage, it takes time, it takes energy, and you have to make a point to do so. Do you understand what I'm saying? But you gotta show up first. You gotta show up a man, you gotta ease her burden and calm her nerves, and you gotta get up off the couch. There will be no recovery in this matter. It is so.
Kayla and Antoine agree with the judge's ruling and are working hard to improve their marriage.
Yeah, I feel like they'll be alright, man. I feel like they'll be alright. They just kind of like needed some working through, you know what I mean? Maybe some, adult supervision to help them understand, the validity of what they have in their hand, and the value of what they have in their relationship. You know what I mean? They do have something, and I feel like if man's go hit the gym, lose all that weight, you know what I mean? And she, sticks to help him get there, they will get there very, 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 very well. You know what I mean? Like, relationships are very complicated, so I'm not gonna be that person that's gonna be saying, you know what I mean, dump your mans, or don't, you know what I mean, I do suggest they don't go, you know, break up the relationship. That's not as bad, you know what I mean, it's not that bad. I just feel like they just have some misunderstanding, which is normal, you know what I mean, for the most part. All right, I am your host, and I'll see you on the next episode. And the next episode is right now.